Daily Independent. Daily Independent says ISWAP fast gaining ground, recruiting massively. Governor Zulum of Borno State is saying this. ISWAP fast gaining ground, recruiting massively. Warns Boko Haram will be a child's play if ISWAP grows, and asks federal government to reconsider hiring mercenaries to fight insurgents. That's a report coming from from Borno State, and that's on the front page of Daily Independent in the northeast. Now, the Vanguard newspaper is next, and is focusing on terrorism. ISWAP poised to take over Nigeria. Zulum warns and begs Buhari to hire mercenaries. Demands accountability in military spending, and the federal government names 553 as terrorism sponsors. Flaunts anti-graft war blessings and says 45 terrorism sponsors set for trial. Blames rising insecurity in rural Nigeria on financial suffocation of local government areas. All right, these are all this on the front page of the Vanguard, talking terrorism there. Now, this day is next. Zulum, governor of Borno State, says we must defeat ISWAP at all costs, else Boko Haram will be child's play. Says it's time to consider hiring mercenaries. Canvasses change in security agencies' recruitment process, and government tracks identifies 96 financiers, 123 companies, 33 bureau de change, others involved in terrorism. Okay, from there let's go to this Nigeria. It's talking about terrorism. ISWAP plots to overrun Nigeria. Zulum warns and begs Buhari to hire mercenaries, demands accountability in military spending. That's this Nigeria. Daily Trust is next. Federal government links 96 persons, 156 companies to terrorism financing. Families of BDC operators protest in Kano. Right. That's Daily Trust. Northeast lost 56.5 billion to insurgency. Zulum is saying this. It says Boko Haram is child's play if ISWAP allowed to grow. Right, that's Daily Trust. Daily Times is next. Federal government uncovers 96 financiers of Boko Haram. ISWAP says analysis by the NFIU discovered 424 associates, supporters of terrorism, financiers, involvement of 123 companies, 33 bureau de change companies. All right, Blueprint newspaper. Federal government uncovers 96 Boko Haram sponsors, 424 associates, 123 companies, 33 bureau de change linked with terrorism. We've lost over $6.9 billion to insurgency. Right, all that on the front page of the Blueprint. And Daily Sun is next. Federal government uncovers 96 terrorism financiers, arrests 45. Says 123 companies, 33 bureau de change, 424 associates also involved. NFIU identifies 7.647 trillion naira VAT, all of them hidden from government. Okay, that's Daily Sun. Nigerian Tribune. Federal government links 123 companies, 33 bureau de change to ISWAP, Boko Haram. All right, that's the same story there on the Nigerian Tribune. The Punch newspaper now says PDP CSOs lampoon federal government as NFIU uncovers 96 terrorism financiers, 123 firms, 33 bureau de change operators linked to terrorists, federal government alleges. And terror financiers supporters will be revealed in court, says a AGF office. That's the Attorney General of the Federation. With transparency's verdict, Buhari can't boast of fighting graft. That's the PDP is saying this. Right? That's the Punch. First news. Terrorism sponsors are protected by top government officials. Terrorism sponsors are protected by top government officials. Retired police commissioner opens Pandora's box, right? All that on the front page of the First News. The Nation newspaper. Buhari rebuffs lobby to shift APC convention date. No venue in party's notification letter to INEC. State chairman inaugurated. All that on the front page of the Nation. Right? From there, let's go to News Direct. APC state chairman inauguration. Aribushola Amosun Keyamo live factions absent. All right. From there, let's go to leadership. APC plunges into deeper crisis as factional groups reject new state ESCOs. All right. That's the leadership newspaper. All right. The Guardian is next. 1 year after NIN SIM policy, its security scams fester. Okay. All right. That's that on the front page of the Guardian. And certainly CNN's ethical challenge brought down its president. You will read this and it will blow your mind. All right. Issues of integrity and all of that put to the test and how they handled it. All right, that's the Guardian newspaper. National economy is next. Tough times ahead as petrol subsidy payments rise by 1.5 trillion naira. Nigeria's economy on the brink of collapse. Experts are saying this. All right, gentlemen, let's get into this story. It is no longer news that the federal government has uncovered, you know, those sponsoring or alleged to be sponsoring, okay, we have a lawyer here, alleged to be sponsoring or financing Boko Haram and terrorism in Nigeria. About over 90 of them. Now, let me start with you, CKN. Is this breaking news? Someone will say, well, we've heard this before, but we have it now blowing all over the place.
Mike, there's nothing breaking in the news. There's nothing new. There's nothing the Minister of Information is telling us that we've not had in the past. Don't forget that some months back, about 400 people were mentioned to have been involved in terrorism and sponsorship.
But we didn't see the list.
We didn't see the list. We didn't hear from them. That was the last we heard about it. Then yesterday, we are hearing for another list of 96, and with some alleged collaborators and the rest of them put together. And we still don't know who they are. Yes, by the face of the law, you don't just mention people's name because they are all within the realms of allegations. It's only when you get to court that you'll be able to, mention them, then establish your facts or evidence. Based on that, you can start with prosecution. But my problem is that this has been pursued for too long. By now, we thought that would have gone probably halfway in the prosecution of all those that were involved. Or those that were named. We saw what happened in Dubai, in UAE, and about 6 or 7 people were picked up, and within weeks they were prosecuted and they are in prison now. So with the Nigerians, we are tired of this rhetoric coming from the federal government and the spokespersons of the government. This is not time for us to be telling, for you to be telling. Even the AGF himself also came out and said something along that line. So by now, I thought that we would have been able to get this done and dusted so that all those involved in this act or that are supporting this act of terrorism are prosecuted and used to be able to propel and as a deterrent